So it's good, y'all, man. We back at it with another balance update video. You already know the deal. Gonna talk about the changes. So yeah, let's get straight into it, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let's see what this balance update is talking about. All right, so August 31st, OTA card balance update. All right, so we got Doctor Doom, Deathstrike, which I'm excited about, Captain Marvel, Rock Slide, and then we got Legion. So I'm seeing a few buffs, few nerfs. But yeah, we're gonna start with Doctor Doom. So it says what he was, add a 4 power. So now they're gonna going back to adding 5 power Doom bots. They must have said nobody's using Doctor Doom no more, man. We need him. We need him back in the meta. But yeah, let's read why they changed him. In hindsight, the timing for our previous nerf to Doctor Doom was ideal. While he was dominating, we had Spider-Ham coming with the elbow from the top rope, and move decks were on the rise, so his stock was already going in dip. In the week since, the metagame has shifted further with Professor X, right, and Captain Marvel challenging. We're confident Doctor Doom deserves at least a return to his former glory in order to compete. So yeah, man, they just fixed Doctor Doom, bruh. They said you know, nobody's using this card, and we need them. We need to see this card, man. So yeah, I didn't originally think that the you know, the 5 power Doom bots were too much, but yeah, it's just gonna be nice to see him back, man. Probably gonna see a little bit more like Electro Odin with Doctor Doom. But yeah, like they said, like Professor X is strong now, so it's a little bit, you know, he's not gonna be as prevalent as he was. I feel like, what was it, like June? I mean, not June, a few months ago at this point, right? Yeah, they added so many different cards, changed so many cards, so I doubt he's gonna be like as strong as he was, right, with that Sandman Electro team. But yeah, let's go to Deathstrike next. I'm real excited about her. So they added just 1 point of power, which is cool because with the Forge buff, right, you could get her to 5/7. So that means you're gonna be able to play her last on your destroy decks, and you're gonna be able to take away, or you're gonna be able to destroy your Nimrods, right? But yeah, let's read up on Lady Deathstrike. Okay, yeah, let's see what they had to say about her. While we were willing to take a chance missing too high on Legion, the same wasn't true of Lady Deathstrike. The difference is stark. If Legion is in the best deck, games might get a little wacky. But if Lady Deathstrike is in the best deck, games might be super frustrating. However, we did want her to land on solid ground, and it's become clear that she could use a little help. We're going to try this buff on for size, and if it doesn't work out, we'll evaluate a more significant change. So yeah, they just essentially thought she was too weak. She was kind of weak, but you could kind of make her work on like a mainly destroy deck. I guess this just opens her potential up a little bit more to be used outside of destroy decks. I know one of the like most popular teams right now is that Patriot Brood team, right? And just making her 4 power just opens her up even within and outside of the destroy deck. So yeah, I'm real happy about this Deathstrike change for sure. But yeah, up next, who we got? Mrs. Captain Marvel. So they just took away 1 power from her. I did think she was a little bit too crazy, but yeah, let's go ahead and read and just see why they changed her. Moving Carol from 5/6 to 4/5 shook things up, and the change wound up coming a little hotter than we hoped for. For the last week, Captain Marvel has been one of the best performing cards in our 2 best performing decks. Yeah, so you got the Darkhawk, and then that new move that with Kraven. While we know there's movement in the metagame and a few new decks surging to combat those two, they were already strong, right? They didn't need this to shine. We're going to cool Carol off for a minute to let the metagame breathe before evaluating where her happiest song would be if it's not 4/4. So yeah, it kind of sounds like they don't they're not really certain about what they want to do with Captain Marvel. They're just gonna tone her down a little bit for the time being, which I agree with, right? Like they said, those 2 strong decks were that Craven Angela deck, and you had Darkhawk, which has always been strong, right? And she just added a lot more. She just made those 2 already strong decks way too strong. So yeah, I agree with the change. And yeah, I'm interested to see, what type of team she's gonna be used on, right? You can't just completely scrub your way out, right? Just by throwing her on your Darkhawk team. And yeah, I'm happy that they recognized that she was a pretty scrubby card, man. So yeah, speaking of Darkhawk, up next we got Rock Slide. Changed him from 4/5 to 3/3. I think this is a nerf. If you're only going to run him on Darkhawk teams, but if I guess making him a 3 cost now opens him up to being used on a Silver Surfer type of team, which is pretty interesting, right? Obviously you can still run him on Darkhawk. I just think that he's weaker. Well, he's literally weaker now, right? Because you were already running him with Zabu to make him a 3/5. But yeah, let's see what they have to say about it. Let's see. Here we go again. We know Darkhawk's the star here. While he's out front signing for autographs, Rock Slide's loading the van with rocks. It's not a perfect metaphor, but somebody has to do the dirty work. However, blah blah blah. This isn't just a small nerf to the Zabu Darkhawk, though that's his primary focus. We're trying to keep power focused in Darkhawk if possible, as he's the appealing build around element. We're curious to explore what the world looks like where we can reduce Darkhawk's reliance on Zabu, since it prevents both cards from appearing in a wider range of archetypes. Sliding Rock Slide between Korg, Black Widow, and Darkhawk might help that happen, although it also might not. Maybe this goal is doomed. Let's take a step. So they're trying to nerf Darkhawk, right? But they choose to change Rock Slide instead, which I understand. I understand why they would be reluctant to change Darkhawk, because he's like a 4-0. So that it sounds like they're not sure if they want to like make him like a 5 cost card or like 3. They're really not sure how they want to change Darkhawk, even though they know he's strong. So they just gonna nerf his little partner right here, which is funny. But I guess I agree with it, right? He used to be crazier at 4/6. So yeah, we're just gonna see what Rock Slide is his new use is gonna be, right? Like I said, you could use him outside of just your Darkhawk team, or you have a reason to use him, right? Now that he's actually 3 costs. And then last we got Legion. So they just took away 1 power from him, which I also agree with, right? I thought the 5/8 was a bit strong. You got cards like Gamora who are like 5/7, even though she can get to 12, but just had way less utility. And Legion could be thrown on every team and just make the game kind of, like they said, wacky. But yeah, let's just see why. Come on, what's wrong with this? Let's just see why they nerfed Legion. Speaking of coming in hot, we were worried players might underestimate Legion, so we gave them an internal buff from 5/7 to 5/8. Seems that's kind of silly now. Legion has consistently appeared in a variety of strong decks. That's been fun, but however, he also disrupts. Yeah, so that basically they were just seeing too much Legion. They take away a power, and now people are gonna be like, people can't just spam Legion now, right? Yeah, that's cool. He's still strong. It's really his ability that makes games like get turned upside down. And let's see if there's anything else as far as what we can expect. September. Yeah, so we got some new cards coming out next month. But yeah, that's all for this patch. But yeah, y'all, so we got 1, 2, 3. So these 5 cards all receive changes. I think these were all pretty good changes for each of these cards. As far as like making the game more interesting and more balanced. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think of the changes. What type of decks you might run with these new, with these updated cards. And yeah, that's gonna be the end for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. As always, man, y'all like, comment, subscribe, and you can see me next time, man.